because we have another theatrical person or theater person, someone who writes more about the theater or has, and now has spent the last couple of years writing about business. Her name is Iris Dorbian. Iris, welcome back to the Daverhood. Hello, you got one mute. I, what, Iris, how you doing?
Hi, can you hear me?
I can indeed.
Good, yay!
Thank you. Now, Iris, you
Yay.
are on with
Your Aunt Bonnie called. She said call her whenever you need her.
Yeah.
She's with her friends.
Fantastic. Thank you. That is Stephanie Trudeau over there. She is doing a show off of Broadway called Becoming Chavella. Iris Dorbian is the author.
Oh,
Well,
Iris.
Iris, she's written a book about
I
producers.
think you should say that as Iris.
That's right.
Yeah.
And show the Iris Dorbian, as opposed to Chacon, and her new book. It's called Next Stop Boston. Iris, what is your book about?
It is a coming-of-age story set against the backdrop of a North American rock and roll tour pre-COVID. And it is very, very, very loosely inspired by the Fellini film La Strada.
Oh, my
Yeah.
favorite Fellini film.
Oh my God. Wow.
It's pretty great.
Pick this up.
Please, no, show the book again. I want to get the title.
Next Stop Boston.
Next Stop Boston. Beautiful.
Yes,
So
but there are a
inspired-
couple of twists, you know, and I do update it, and there are a couple of things which happen in that film which cannot happen in this post Me Too era. So, you know, so I had a lot of fun writing it.
And were you watching La Strada again and just got the idea for it, or did it?
No.
What
No,
germinated? Yeah.
Well, actually, oh God, about like years and years ago when I was a struggling actress, there was an off-Broadway theater company that I used to work with, and sometimes they would call me in, you know, having to have me read scripts, you know, and they would just decide. And one time they called me in one summer day, and I read this script with someone else, and it was basically about this waif who's following a musician. and and it got a really good response among the people who heard, and they're like, God, that's like La Strada. And they were like, yeah. And I hadn't seen La Strada at that point, but it motivated me to go see it. So it always sort of stuck in my head when I wanted to work on another novel. And it was, you know, it was the middle of COVID, and I wanted to entertain myself. So I decided I was going to write this this story that's kind of loosely inspired by La Strada, but also put in a lot of my my own little twists in there.
Yeah. It's kind of a shame nobody ever adapted Fellini's 8.5 into like a Broadway musical or something.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
Now, I want to ask Stephanie one more question because we have to cycle through some folks. So, Stephanie, what are you hoping for in 2024?
Becoming Chavella off Broadway. Absolutely.
Well, can I ask, none of my business, but if you're trying to raise money through Fractured Atlas, what kind of how much does it really cost to put Becoming Chavella into an equity contract? Certainly like a 200 seat.
Tell her do it in pesos, so it sounds much more
Right.
I'm not quite sure. I'm also trying to attract a producer. I mean, yeah, I need help because thus far I have been doing all of everything on my own. I would love a producer, somebody to really help me work out that budget, but I think it's got to be, you know, 100,000 at least. I can't even imagine how you could do it for less. Right. It's not a big cast, so I mean, there are ways of doing this with a decent budget. But I do, you know, it can be done through Fractured Atlas, and if you donate, it's 100% tax deductible for the donor.
So, folks, if you want to get into, well, first of all, go see Becoming Chavella Theater for the New City. It's got one more weekend to go this coming weekend through January 7th. Featuring our great friend Stephanie Trudeau. Stephanie, I wish you much success with Chavella. As Rabbi Suerte and as Rabbi Saul would say, Nachas.
Yes, Nachas Suerte.
So Stephanie, I'm going to let you go so I can cycle in someone else. But most
perfect.
Healthy New Year and congratulations on the show.
Thank you so much. Happy New Year to you as well.
You too.
Good night.
Good night. All right, that was Stephanie Trudeau. Iris, stick around for a little bit, but I want to get
Aunt
our
Bonnie
next.
said to call, so can
Yeah,
I call her?
when we have a Sura,
Okay, 'cause
I will,
she's-
because
okay.
I still now I'm going to bring in one of our great
Oh, Moshe?
beloved friends. Moshe Denberg is going to join us. It's going to be an all Jewish panel here. But Iris, besides the book, congratulations on the book, which is available from Amazon, by the way, and Black Pawn Press. What else really good happened for you in 2023? Anything? Everybody had a lousy year. Yeah.
Well, it was a very strange year, but there were some good things. I mean, I toured the national parks in Utah, and also I saw the Grand Canyon in March, and I hadn't done that, and that was really wonderful. Just seeing nature in all its pristine beauty, not synthetic, like Las Vegas, you know, where the
Well, no, Iris, I don't know if I ever told you, and this is the truth.
like
That was
where,
my
where the
gift.
tour started.
That was my gift to myself for my 30th birthday. I went and went to the Grand Canyon. I went to Arizona to visit a friend and took a bus up to the Grand Canyon for my 30th. It wasn't on the day. It was the week
Yeah.
of. And here I am. I will be 60 in a month. And it's
Oh
been
my God.
30 years since that moment, and I still remember being at the Grand Canyon.
Yeah.
I'm so
Oh my
glad.
God. Well, it's
Yeah.
so awe-inspiring when you get and you see it. Oh my God. But yeah, that was great. I also I did a lot of writings for like a lot of outlets, and the low point was when and I wrote about this for an essay for Insider, was when I got a Google alert in late July about an article that I wrote for a digital travel publication, which I never wrote for. My byline, my name had been stolen, probably by an AI entity, for this
Wow.
travel publication. And I experienced, it was like 3 days of journalist madness. And eventually I was able to get them to take down my
Yeah.
name, and I wrote about this for Insider.
Wow.
Wow. By the way, where can people reach you? Is it called Business
Do
Insider?
you mean
What
the
is-
real her or the fake her?
Yeah. And where can people write the fake you? This is. By the way, we're talking with Iris Dorbian here, as well as we've got to say hello to our other, not our other, another friend of ours, Moshe Denberg, the musician, a man who.
Hello, how you doing? Iris, nice to meet you here on
Nice
New
to
Year's
meet you,
Eve. And let me wish you, first of all, a l'chaim. L'chaim, my friends. It's going to be a better year, 2024, I promise you.
Do you promise? Do you really promise, Moshe? Do you really,
Well, I'm a rabbi's son. I have a little bit of an oracle with me, but that's about it. I can't I don't make big promises, but it's going to be a better year.
I'll abide. So let me ask you though, apart from the world situation, how was the year for you? You know, in terms of leaving aside the Middle East that Rabbi
Yeah, of course.
a while, but other than that, how was your year?
I'd say it was very eventful. It was good. It was a good year. I got some things done. I wrote some not completely new compositions, but arrangements for the intercultural orchestra that I'm involved with, and you know, I let's put it this way: at my age, which, well, I'm going to turn 75 in March, but the truth is, you're turning 60. I'm turning 75. The truth is that not that I've slowed down, but I've allowed myself not to deal with, you know, I got to prove myself, I got to work, I got to do things, I got to, you know, put everything out there. So I've allowed myself to be a little lazier, which is fine. I'm not anxious about it whatsoever. This is the big difference between when I was, let's say, 60 and when I'm now, is that I was still trying to get something done that I had to get done. And there was a lot of anxiety involved with it. But now I have no anxiety. So the ambition also is a little less. But the good thing is I have plans, and I have a good feeling about 2024 because there are certain projects that I have on my do list that I'm very determined to complete. And that already makes me feel good. How about you?
People that you Not sure
What happened?
Oh, I think you're speaking me back on there. But remind people, what is it called? The Road Less Traveled?
The Road Never Traveled is a double CD that my group Simmons, my Jewish ensemble, released in 2021, and it's getting some good airplay. I mean, airplay, not only airplay, but some streaming and stuff like that. We've made, see, this is an ongoing project of mine. I call it the dissemination project. I am putting my stuff out in the way that I can so that it's accessible. Fame is another universe, but to make things accessible, to put it out there in a way that people can enjoy it and can actually get it, is what I'm doing. And I can say that I've been doing a regular project with a technician of mine, putting out new videos on YouTube of a lot of the pieces on Road Never Traveled. And if you check,
I want to throw this to Iris though. Like you've got a book; it's on Amazon. How do you let people know, besides going on this program that millions of people watch, that Next Stop Boston is out there? How do you promote, or how does the company promote?
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, really.
Yeah. Well, okay. I mean, because it was put out by a small press, which means that I did most of the marketing.
Sure, of course. Yeah.
So what I did was, oh my God, I wrote a press release and I also I put together a media list, but I really a list that I thought would be interested, as well as especially regional. And I got a lot of interest from the regional New Jersey, the regional New Jersey publications, and they did pick up on it.
Oh,
And
I'm surprised.
also,
Boston. Wouldn't you have gone also to Massachusetts? Because
well, New England, right?
I did. I did. I did. I think I got one pickup. Yes, I did. But also, I also use social media very actively. Facebook, Twitter. Oh God, Instagram. And yeah, and I just I just push. And I just I've been really,
it's the only way to do it.
I've been very pushy about it. Okay. And I also did, I did 2 blog tours, and I might do another one coming up. And I'm also going to do a giveaway, a Goodreads giveaway, like probably.
It's a good idea. Everything is a good idea.
I mean,
let's face it, if you have to be, I know that Jews are not known for being pushy. But
not at all.
I've been pushy.
Not at all.
You have to be, Ira. So Moshe, Iris, Moshe, you're obviously you're easing back a little bit, but certainly staying very busy with all the
yes, of course,
that you're doing. So your hope for 2024 would be
that I can complete some of my projects that have been long-standing, that I have had in mind, and I've been pushing forward little by little. I want to complete a few things. That is what I realized, I think, just yesterday, and or even this morning. And I really am. How determined I am will be seen in starting tomorrow. But this is what I plan to do.
And
incidentally, Dave, I think your microphone is a little low.
Oh,
yeah, your microphone could come up a little bit, because I hear Iris like gangbusters, and I think you hear me well. But Dave, your mic could be a little bit up in your mic settings.
I'm not sure there's anything I can do about that except talk even louder than I normally do, which is
it's a bit better. Well, it's okay. It's all right.
Well, I'm gonna let you go, Moish. So it's so good to see you. Happy. I know you're in Canada. They don't really have real holidays there, but
no, nothing like that. We skip New Year. We just stick to the polar bear swim. That's it.
Very good.
Nice meeting you, Iris.
Nice meeting you.
Dave, thanks for having me. You take care of yourself. Sein gesund, huh?
Sein gesund to you too, man. Happy
2024.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. And Iris, I'm going to let you go too as we cycle in some new folks into the Daverhood. But congratulations on the book. Congratulations on all the writing, and everything else is going pretty well. Besides your name being stolen, but everything else is good.
Yeah, it's going okay. It's I'm hoping that I mean, for this year, I'm hoping for a continuation even more than from 2023, but I'm also hoping to survive this year because it's going to be a very challenging year for all of us, the presidential election year.
Yeah, that's for sure, and
I hope,
everything else that's going along with it. So
yes.
let's all meet the challenges that are ahead of us. Iris, I'm going to let you go so we can talk to Judy Mark, who's joining us in the Daverhood. Iris, happy 2024.
Happy 2024.
You too. Bye bye.